Alright, so I got a question from Vito Jones, and this is a really good question. I'm super excited to be able to give you guys a little mini series on it. So he's like, any chance he'll be releasing it if you're not sure about pass or run based defense? Then he goes on, also does the work against all most formations. I got back to you, Vito. You can go check out the response about that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. If we're not sure about pass or run, first off, you generally know. You know if your opponent's going to be a passer or if they're going to be a runner based off of two things. The formation they come out of, like for example, gun bunch, trips tight end, gun doubles, single back wing flex close, which is what we're going to be focusing on. One of the hardest formations to guard. I form close, I form wing tight, I form wing, I form tight. There's lots of formations out there. Goal line even, you can run out of it this year. So first off, you're going to know if your opponent is a runner or a passer. The only time that's going to be a little more tricky is if they're going into this particular formation, hence why I chose it, which is single back wing flex close. Now D-Train, if you're watching this, he can attest that this formation can be tough to stop if you don't have the correct run defense behind it. So, now that we've established that it's all about that first drive. The first drive is going to be the most crucial drive in establishing and knowing your opponent's tendencies and establishing and showing your opponent, I have run defense, I'm here to shut you run down, and I'm going to force you to pass. Once you've done that, they're going to pass, and you're going to start adjusting to it and box them up fairly easily. Now, in a separate part of the video, we're going to go a little bit about pass defense out of this particular formation, what we're going to need to look for. But for now, let's just focus on stopping the run. Now, this video of the whole run defense is going to be down below in the description. You guys can go and check it out. But we've got it all set up. I'm in the Miami Dolphins defensive playbook. My favorite playbook is Big Down 146, 4-3, and 3-4. So we're going to go ahead and shut this run down right there. That was, oh my lord, that was really bad user. But again, you guys see if I'm a little bit better user, stick on the user. We've got that run contained. So, not the best at run defense, but I feel somewhat confident if I can get a better user. You just got, it's all about that click off. So right there, bam, we click off, we get the tackle that we need for a gain of no yards, maybe an inch or two. So the basics of establishing run defense are key when we're having to kind of get a base defense for run/pass, when we don't really truly know what they're doing. Now, first drive, like I was talking about, you're gonna know if your opponent's a passer or a runner. Now, of course, if they go to like Ask Matt or whatever coach suggestion, whatever it's called nowadays, that can be a little more tricky because then it's just random. There's no, I don't know what the word is. There's no kind of consistent play call. Like, you guys know what I mean by that word. There's not consistency to it, so you're really just having to guess. So right here, the first drive, this is what I'm going to go ahead and do because I don't know if he's a runner or a passer. So I'm going to go ahead and put curl flats out there. Two reasons behind that. If they go to the verticals play, those curl flats will play the little wheel route long enough. And in case there's a corner route, the curl flats will also generally play them as well. Again, it just kind of depends on the adjustments your opponents are making on offense. It's very easy to manipulate a curl flat. But just kind of keep that in mind. This is going to be the base defense I'm generally going to come out in against a total. Now, there's one final adjustment I need to make. But now we have run defense and a little bit of pass defense set up. This particular way that we're setting up our defense, which looks like this, is more so focused still more heavily on the run. If they do throw the ball, I want you guys to notice one thing. B, there's nobody manned up to him at all. That's now your assignment. You have to be aware if they decide to streak B, because if they streak B and you're coming down here biting on the play action, guess what? You just gave up a touchdown. So make sure on that first drive going against a toter or somebody that you're not really sure what they are quite yet, to make it a long drive. That's the first drive is hands down the most important drive when you're on defense and offense, because you learn both their defensive tendencies and their offensive tendencies with adjustments and play calls and what they want to do, because by the second drive, you should be fairly comfortable with what they're going to call if you made that first drive long enough. Also, don't be angry if you give up a touchdown the first drive. Pros do it all the time. I do it all the time. Everybody does it all the time because you don't know 100% certain what they're going to pull. And they may be saving a dot in their back pocket. They're running the back pocket they've been saving, and then all of a sudden whip it out, 4th and 3, and they run in for a touchdown. There's really nothing you can do about that. So this is kind of a base defense I might set up. Now this is particularly, again, focused on the run right here, but we can see right here, once we've shown them how we can stop the run consistently, they're going to start being forced into passing situations, which is exactly where we want a runner to be. Once a runner gets stopped in the backfield, if they don't know how to pass, which most people that just can only tote don't know how to pass, you're going to be able to box them up fairly easily. There's one thing I want to talk about as well. This is kind of going to wrap up this first part of the video, is a little bit about seeing what your opponents are coming out in. Never, ever, ever, let me repeat that, never come out in a big dime 1-4-6 in any kind of 2 tight end set, 3 tight end set, 1 tight end set. Heck, I wouldn't even come out if it was like some sort of single back trips formation. I would never come out in a big dime 1-4-6 because that's an easy dive for a touchdown. You're begging them to run a touchdown on you. So always, always, always be sure you wait for your opponents to choose a play on offense so you know what kind of formation they're coming out in, and then decide based off of the package, based off of the formation, and based off the situation, the down and distance, choose from there where you're going to go out in. You may need to stick in 3-4 because it's 4th and short, or you may be able to say, okay, I feel comfortable going into big dime 1-4-6, sit in the house because it's 4th and 20, 3rd and 30, 3rd and 15 even. So just really base your decision off of what they are doing. Don't just choose a play right off the bat because you're going to get yourself screwed over. I've seen so many players do that. It's a big, big no-no to do that. Don't ever choose a play before you see the formation and the personnel behind it. So that's going to take care of this first part of this video, a little bit about run pass defense. Yeah, this is a little different from what I usually do, but I wanted to address this question because I thought it was a really solid question video. So you guys, if you ever have, if I can speak, if you guys ever have any more questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section and I can make videos about it, directly addressing that as well. Also, if you guys want some more one-on-one help, me coaching you, or we can just play a game directly, I can tell you exactly what you should be doing better or what you are doing good on already, check out meisterman.com. I've got some coaching sessions available right now, as well as memberships for those guys that want more direct help. We can go into live streams. You guys can ask me questions every Saturday, except for this month. I'm going to be out of town every freaking weekend. But when November comes around, those live streams will resume. So if you guys ever have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I will do the best I can to respond. So that's going to take care of this first part, a little bit about run defense, going over establishing our defense, establishing what they're going to, what their tendencies are. And until next time, guys, get in the lab. This has been T Meister. Ask questions down below in the comment section. I love hearing them. I'll respond to every single one of them. Until next time, guys, see ya.